Welcome to the PowerCat Podcast, GoPowercat.com's Kansas State Athletics Show. Make sure you're subscribing to our show at Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Now, from the GPC studios, here's your host, GoPowercat publisher, Tim Fitzgerald.
Hey everyone, it is Tim Fitzgerald, publisher of GoPowercat.com, and I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I wrote a column on Friday, December 3rd for GoPowercat.com, and I know a lot of you are busy, and I know 1,000 words is a lot to read in the current world in which we live. So I thought maybe I'll just read it. So those of you who don't have time, or honestly, like me, the ability to focus for 1,000 words of copy, can still enjoy what I wrote. And let's start this off with a little explanation. The Kansas Board of Regents voted Thursday to name Dr. Richard H. Linton as the 15th president of Kansas State University. Dr. Linton is the Dean of Agriculture and Life Sciences at North Carolina State University. He leads a college of more than 300 faculty that are housed in 12 different departments with more than 4,200 undergraduate and graduate students. Dr. Linton was chosen by a committee-led search to find the next university president. The process began following current university president Richard Meyer's May announcement of his retirement at the end of the 2021 calendar year. Dr. Linton is scheduled to start at Kansas State after the beginning of the spring semester. Now here is what I wrote. Dear Mr. President, I am certain I am not the first person to tell you this, nor will I be the last, but welcome to K-State. We've been anxiously awaiting your arrival because a lot is riding on you not screwing this up. I would expect the search committee that selected you to become Kansas State's 15th university president told you the same. While I know you're getting a lot of input, let this aging sports writer who has been covering K-State athletics for way too long offer some unsolicited advice. First of all, I am Tim Fitzgerald, a 1986 graduate in journalism, mass communications, and I have been covering K-State sports for nearly 40 years. Folks call me Fitz because, well, it's the easiest nickname ever. I never really imagined this as my career path. I was going to be the Metro sports columnist everyone woke up to read each morning. But more than 25 years ago, I sensed a shift in the journalism market and found my niche. That niche has evolved tremendously since my wife, Rebecca, also a K-State J School graduate, and I started our company in 1998 and moved back to Manhattan. Without getting into too many unnecessary details, we've gone from a magazine with a website to a website with a magazine to just a website. And I've gone from writing a lot to spending most of my time in video and podcast formats. What our customers want evolves quickly, so we have to remain nimble to change. I share all of this because it's relevant to the task you face. Kansas State, like many institutions of higher learning, is at a crossroads. The market is evolving, and universities are not evolving quickly enough for many reasons you probably understand far better than myself. All I know is if K-State continues to see eroding enrollment, all of the great work done by former Kansas State President John Weefald following his arrival in the mid-1980s will be undone. Weefald is best known by many as the president who hired Bill Snyder and thus saved football at K-State. But in reality, he saved the entire university and the city of Manhattan from almost certain ruin, increasing K-State's enrollment by roughly 50% in the process. Now, those gains are dwindling as enrollment declines, and as you know, there are a lot of reasons for that. But the biggest is Kansas State isn't offering the right product to the existing marketplace. Prospective students don't feel connected enough to the school. And interestingly enough, a lot of that is found in Western Kansas, which should be the heart and soul for a land-grant institution with renowned agricultural and engineering schools. I've long been concerned about how journalism is being taught in a market that no longer centers around the local newspaper and television station. The world of media and how we share information is radically different than even a few years ago, and K-State's J School is in the midst of vastly altering how journalism is taught in an ever-changing world. But it involves a lot of steps, as if it is part of a large, cumbersome corporate structure. Maybe the same needs to be done in other areas of campus. For example, I've long argued that a school with the Distinguished Grain Sciences program should be offering a degree in brewing and distilling sciences, a degree that markets itself and fits into the current economy. It's easier said than done, but studying cannabis and hemp usage also could be an attractive degree program. As you may now grasp, I'm a bit of a know-it-all, but not all of my ideas are gold. For example, if I was you, I'd have corn dog Fridays on campus. Who doesn't like a free corn dog? Still, this isn't practical or a good use of resources, even if corn dogs and tots are the cornerstones of my food pyramid. Speaking of my healthy lifestyle, make sure you visit world-famous Aggieville, the student entertainment district off the southeast corner of campus. Too many people connected with Kansas State or Manhattan in general look down upon Aggieville as the Flint Hills version of Sodom and Gomorrah. But Aggieville is an important and rather unique version of the student experience at K-State. The district continues to attract alumni when they return to town for games or just to visit. Please don't fall into the, quote, Aggieville bad, unquote, reflex often found in these parts by us olds. Maybe the greatest bit of input I can tell you about Kansas State is its alumni love it dearly. Affection for one's chosen institution is common, but K-State fans celebrate all things purple beyond just showing up for football or basketball games. In many ways, Kansas State isn't just our alma mater, it's who we are. Kansans are a persistent, humble lot. We are certainly not all farmers, but the resilience of those who work the land is woven into our DNA. We welcome our status as underdogs, knowing that money and resources are nothing without loyalty and diligence. We overcome, we slay giants, and we are not deterred when, either metaphorically or in reality, the rain doesn't fall or it falls too much. We curse, we pray, and we keep moving forward. So, welcome to Kansas State. You have a heavy load awaiting your arrival, but please help save our school. Not because it's ours, but because the young people Kansas State grooms for the world make it a better place. It isn't about what they learned here in the heart of the scenic Flint Hills, but who they are as young people born of and or nurtured here in the Midwest. We are K-State, and now you are one of us.
Thank you for listening to the PowerCat Podcast. Make sure you're subscribing to our show at Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. PowerCat Podcast, all rights reserved, GoPowercat.com.